In the endless dark of space, something moved and silent, massive, and cold. A shadow among the stars. No signal. No sound. Only a strange pulse spreading across the galaxy. The ship was unlike anything ever seen before. Its surface looked alive. Black metal shifting slowly like breathing skin. Every planet that saw it before had vanished within hours. Entire fleets tried to stop it, but none survived. They called it the Reaper. Now it was coming toward Earth. From the command bridge of the Death World Alliance station, Commander Hale watched the radar. A single dot was approaching, winged steady, unstoppable. His crew was silent, eyes fixed on the screen. The air felt heavy, as if space itself was holding its breath. "Distance?" Hale asked quietly. "2 light hours in closing," replied the officer. The commander frowned. "Any communication?" "Nothing, sir." "It doesn't respond. It just keeps coming." Outside the station window, stars shimmered faintly, reflecting off the dark metal hull. Then for a moment the lights flickered. Every system blinked off and on again. The scientists looked confused. It's draining energy, like it's feeding. The Reaper wasn't just a machine, it was alive. As it drew closer, Earth's defense satellites began to fail one by one. A wave of static filled every channel. The crew could only watch as the unknown ship entered the system, silent, glowing faintly with strange orange light at its core. Commander Hale took a deep breath. "Prepare all defense units." This is not a drill. No one in the room spoke. Everyone knew the stories. No one had ever survived contact with this ship, but humanity had never faced it before. The Reaper entered the solar system without a single warning. Its shadow stretched across the stars like a storm moving through light. Every sensor on the Death World Alliance station began to fail one after another, shields dropping. "System interference rising," shouted a technician. Commander Hale stood firm. "Activate the defense fleet. We hit it before it hits us." Within minutes, hundreds of ships surrounded Earth, human, alien, and hybrid crafts from every Death World Alliance. Their engines glowed bright blue, ready for war. The Reaper stayed still. It didn't move. It didn't even aim, it was watching. Hale clenched his fists. "Fire!" The dark sky erupted in light. Missiles, plasma bolts, and energy beams filled the void. Every weapon hit the alien ship and disappeared. The Reaper absorbed the blasts like drops of rain falling into the ocean. Then, the silence broke. A single beam of red light shot out from the alien ship. It passed through 10 Alliance vessels in 1 second. No explosion. No sound, just gone. "Retreat," someone yelled, but communication was already lost. The Reaper's glow grew brighter. It was studying them, adapting. Each second it stayed alive, it learned how to counter their attacks. Hale stared at the fading holograms of destroyed ships. "It's not fighting to win," he said quietly. "It's learning." The remaining fleet drifted back toward the moon's orbit, broken and silent. The Reaper began moving again, slowly turning its core toward Earth. Every survivor knew one. Truth now, this was not a war, it was a test, and humanity had just failed the first one. The silence after the battle was painful. Hundreds of ships had been erased from existence, and still, the Reaper drifted closer. Calm, silent, unstoppable. Commander Hale knew the Alliance fleets couldn't win. Their weapons were useless. Their defense grids were down. But humans were not the kind to surrender. In a secret base under the Pacific Ocean, a meeting began. The project was called Operation Last Breath, humanity's final gamble. Captain Mira Lang stood before a holographic display of the Reaper. Her face was calm, her eyes cold with purpose. "If we can't destroy it from the outside," she said, "we'll go inside." The room went silent. Everyone knew it was a suicide mission. But Mira continued, "We'll take the Valor 9, small enough to slip through its energy field, fast enough to get close." The scientists explained the plan: use a neural EMP, disrupt the alien core, and cut its power for even a few seconds. That would be enough to send a signal to learn what it really was. "Even if you get in," someone warned, "you won't come back." Mira smiled faintly. "Then let's make it worth it." Hours later, the Valor 9 launched from orbit. Its engines flickered against the stars. Inside, a small team of 6 humans prepared in silence. The stars outside were calm. Too calm. As they neared the Reaper, Every system began to shake. The ship's instruments flickered, lights dimmed, voices whispered through the radio, words no one understood. And then, a beam of dark energy reached out from the Reaper. But instead of destroying them, it pulled them closer. They had crossed the line no one had survived before. The Valor 9 shook as it was dragged. Inside the alien ship, the crew held their breath while the metal walls around them twisted. Like living shadows, there was no light, only a faint blue glow pulsing through strange veins on the surface. Captain Mira unbuckled her seatbelt. "Everyone stay calm. Record everything," she ordered quietly. The ship came to a stop inside a huge chamber. It wasn't mechanical, it looked alive. The floor felt soft, like skin, and the walls were moving slowly, breathing in rhythm. A low humming sound echoed around them, deep and almost human. Lieutenant Cross scanned the air. "Oxygen level isn't normal," he said, confused. Mira frowned. "That means it expected us." They stepped out carefully, weapons ready. The light inside changed as they moved, and following them, almost watching them. Then a voice came from everywhere and nowhere. "You are not like the others." Everyone froze. The voice was calm, emotionless but curious. Mira's heart raced. "Who are you?" "Observer, collector, last of my kind," the voice replied. Suddenly, shapes began to form on the walls. Faces, memories, images of destroyed worlds flashing like ghosts. The crew saw cities, planets, and ships all turning to dust. Cross whispered, "It remembers them." Mira looked around. "It's showing us what it's done." Then the light focused on her and scanning, analyzing. "Human. Different," the voice said. "You fight even when you cannot win." Mira stepped forward, unafraid. "That's what makes us human." The ship went silent. The walls stopped moving. For the first time, the Reaper hesitated. The Reaper's silence filled the chamber like a storm waiting to break. Every crew member stood still, unsure if they were speaking to a machine or something far beyond life. Mira slowly lowered her weapon. "Why are you here?" she asked. The voice echoed again, softer now. "To complete my mission, to erase what should not exist." The walls around them flashed with strange symbols, stars, planets, and timelines scrolling like data. It was showing them a history no one had seen before. The Reaper had been created by an ancient civilization, long gone. Its makers had built it to destroy threats that could one day rise against them. Humanity had reached that point. Now the Reaper had come for them. Lieutenant Cross shook his head. "We're just surviving. We don't deserve this." "Survival," the Reaper replied, "leads to domination. Domination leads to extinction." Mira looked at the glowing core pulsing in the center of the room. "Then maybe your creators were wrong," she said quietly. She turned to her crew. "If we can reach that core, maybe we can change its code." The scientists back on Earth guided them through radio static. "There's a neural link inside it," one said. "If we can connect your brainwaves, we can rewrite the command chain." Mira knew what that meant. If she linked her mind, she might never come back, but if she didn't, Earth would burn. She stepped toward the core. Blue light surrounded her like fire. "You wanted to learn about humanity," she whispered. "Then learn this, hope." Her hand touched the surface. The world went white. The light swallowed everything. Mira's body froze. Her mind pulled into the ship's network, a storm of data, memories, and alien thoughts spinning around her. She saw everything the Reaper had ever destroyed. Worlds turned to ashes. Civilizations erased. Silence after silence. Then among the endless images, the Reaper spoke inside her mind. "You are alone, Small. Yet you resist." Mira's voice echoed through the digital void. "Because we have something you'll never understand. Hope." The ship tried to read her thoughts, but instead of fear, it saw love. Friendship, pain, the will to fight even when losing. Every human emotion burned through the machine like fire through ice. Outside, the Valor 9 crew watched the Reaper's glow change color, from dark red to bright white, her signals merging with its core. Cross shouted, "She's rewriting it." On the Alliance station, Commander Hale saw the reading spike. The Reaper was turning, but not toward Earth. Its weapons began to shift, aiming instead at something deeper in space. A massive fleet was approaching. the same alien empire that had once created the Reaper. But now, their weapons stood against them. The Reaper fired. One blast tore through the enemy armada like a sunrise burning the dark. The ancient ships exploded in silence, light filling the void. Then the glow faded. The Reaper stopped moving. Its voice whispered one last time through the speakers. Humanity endures. Mira's signal disappeared, but the ship remained, guarding Earth silent and still. Commander Hale lowered his head. She did it, he said quietly. Across the stars, a new legend began to spread. No one survived contact with this ship, until humanity did.